We all feel really bad about what happened, especially Jenna, since we deliberately kept her out of it.
A guy will come up to your table and deliberately cheat.
Where you deliberately withhold your plans from me.
Mr. Wayne didn't want you to think that he was deliberately wasting your time.
Welcome to TalkWord. This is the show where we dive deep into the English language, one fascinating word at a time. Today, we're tackling a big one, a word that's so often misunderstood, deliberately.
So, let's kick things off with a little puzzle. You see this sentence? He deliberately ignored her text. Now you might think, okay, so he just took forever to get back to her, right? But is that really what's happening here? Let's find out. So what's the real story? Well, the key to unlocking the word deliberately has nothing to do with how fast or slow something is. Nope, it all comes down to one single powerful idea: intent.
And right here, this is the solution to our little text message mystery. It is not about speed, it's about a conscious choice. He didn't just forget to reply or get busy. He made an active decision to ignore that text.
Okay, let's get the official definition on the table so we can really lock this in. Deliberately means something is done consciously. You're fully aware you're doing it, and intentionally, you actually mean to do it.
But you know what? If you want the absolute easiest, stick-in-your-brain way to remember it, it's just two simple words: on purpose. That's the whole game. If you do something deliberately, you are doing it on purpose. It's as simple as that.
This little chart here just makes it crystal clear, doesn't it? A deliberate action is intentional, it's planned, it's on purpose. It is the complete opposite of something that's accidental, unintentional, or just happens by chance.
All right, now for my favorite part, the origin story. Because to really truly get deliberately, we have to unlock a little secret. And believe it or not, that secret is hiding in the image of a scale. So if we hop in our little time machine and go way back, we find that our word deliberately comes straight from the Latin word deliberare.
And deliberare has this just beautiful visual meaning: to weigh carefully or to consider. It immediately gives you this amazing mental picture, right, of weighing your options.
Exactly like this. Before you do something deliberately, you are mentally holding up a set of scales. You're putting one option on one side, another option on the other, and you're carefully weighing the consequences before you make a move. So it all breaks down into this really clear four-step process. First, you think about something. Step 2, you weigh the options, just like that Latin root tells us. Step 3, you make a conscious choice. And boom, Step 4, you act deliberately, on purpose. Okay, we've got the definition, we've got the cool origin story. Now let's see how this word actually performs out in the wild. Let's look at some real-world examples and see it in action.
Now, here's a very common and, negative way to use it. When you say he deliberately broke the vase, you are making it clear this was no accident. He meant to do it, probably because he was angry. The word deliberately here just drips with blame.
But it's not always negative. Check this out. She deliberately added a funny story. See? Here the action was planned, it was on purpose, but the goal was totally positive. It shows she was being thoughtful and had a really clear, good intention.
And finally, we have a neutral context. The report deliberately omits the data. So leaving out the information wasn't a mistake or an oversight, it was a conscious decision. They did it for a practical reason, to make the report easier to understand. This shows us the word itself isn't good or bad, it's the context that gives it its flavor.
All right, let's bring it all home. It's time for the big takeaway. If you remember just one thing from our entire chat today, please let it be this next point.
The key is, and always will be, this. Deliberately means on purpose. It's not about being slow, it's not about being fast. It is 100% about intent.
So how are you feeling? You've got deliberately down pat. Feeling that confidence boost? Are you ready to master your next word?
Well, the good news is this journey doesn't have to stop here. You can keep it going with our companion app, TalkWord.
We designed it specifically for curious minds like yours. In the app, you can get these fun, podcast-style explainers for any English word you want to understand better. We dive into all the nuance, explore the origin stories, and help you build your vocabulary with real confidence.
So, next time you're in your app store, just search for TalkWord, go ahead and download it, and start exploring today. Thanks for joining me. Now go out there and do something awesome, deliberately.